Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. As you can tell, have a different backdrop today. Texas and a few other states in this area is having a winter storm warning right now. It's 19 degrees. We have plenty of snow. We're having rolling blackouts. So I'm jumping in here while the electricity is on, while the Wi-Fi is still working, to give you guys your Wednesday stock review. And as you can tell, the title for today's stock review is Chevron. We're going to do a Chevron stock review based upon Warren Buffett's position that he put $4.1 billion of an investment inside of Chevron. And I would like to know why, because I've been scouring, I've been searching to figure out why has Warren Buffett automatically, all of a sudden, has done huge investments in Verizon and Chevron and a couple of other ones. But the one I want to focus on today is Chevron, because I believe why he's made this position at the time he's making it. All right, let's just go over. And I'm gonna start screening my screen here, guys. So Chevron currently, they're up to $95.40. So they're doing pretty well. Let's do a quick timeline here. So the past 5 years, Chevron has only been up 12%. Over the past year, they've been down because of the pandemic. No one's really driving. No one's really going anywhere. The past 3 months, Chevron has been up almost 11%, about 10.5. The past month, they've been up 1.34%. The past week, they've been up 4.5%. And then today, they're already up 2.53. Now, look for this stock to rise, ladies and gentlemen, based upon Warren Buffett's position. And for you guys who are unfamiliar with Chevron, I'm just going to read a small portion of this. Chevron engages in the provision of administrative, financial management, and technology support for energy and chemical operation. It operates through the upstream and downstream segments. The upstream segment consists of exploration, development, and production of crude oil and natural gas, okay? Liquefaction, transportation, and regasification associated with liquefied natural gas. Now, automatically, you already see a lot of natural gas liquefaction. You also know that LNG means liquefied natural gas. So that's the acronym that you may see thrown around here today. Major international oil export pipelines, processing, transportation, storage, and marketing of natural gas. So you continue to see natural gas. And then when you get down right around here, you'll start looking at crude oil. So they're heavily in natural gas. Let me move on. Their dividends, which is kind of pretty good, 5.58%. That's not bad. I've seen better, but that's not bad at a stock price of 95 with an industry that is not doing as well. And a lot of people need to understand when we talk about electricity, there are a few ways that electricity is essentially a fuel. See, electricity is created, and how we discover electricity is by thunderstorms, lightning storms, rather. That's how we, as human beings, have discovered electricity, and we wanted to recreate that power. So we need actual source to recreate electricity, okay? So we need to understand that you need some sort of fossil fuel in order to do so. But we'll get on that a little bit later, okay? And you see right here, Verizon Chevron stock gains would add 35 points to the Dow price after Warren Buffett's large stock price. Let's move on. All right, as you can tell, buy 68, hold 32%, sell 0%. I do agree with the analyst rating when it comes to Chevron. Bulls are saying right here on Robinhood, it says Chevron has accumulated U.S. unconventional acreage through small deals and higher quality plays like the premium, thus avoiding overpaying when making large acquisitions and destroying value like many peers. It goes on to say, Chevron should realize improved downstream earnings and return as conditions in its California refineries improve and new chemical production capacity is added via its CPC Chem joint venture. Growth is expected, listen to that, growth is expected to accelerate beyond 2021 as premium productions could double while expansion at Tengas and new gem projects add volume. So a lot of people are going to be using Chevron, and we're going to get into that, okay? So here's some of the competitors. You have ExxonMobil and also British Petroleum. I'm going to leave Coca-Cola and AT&T alone with this one. Let's go over to Market Watch, okay? Coming over to Market Watch. and we're going to look at some of the past performances here. Now, as you can tell, as I said before, over the past year, they've been down almost 16%. Let me blow this up just a little bit for you guys. I'm dealing with one screen today, so I'm a little bit slower. So excuse me on that one. But as we look at this, we see over the past 3 months and year to date, they're still up 10%, which is not as good as I would want it to be. But again, we're investing in long-term investment. We're investing in the future. And for you guys out there, look at the dividends. Now, this is one of the few companies who are giving away $1 and almost 30 cents of dividends. I've showed you stock prices that were well above $94 a share. And we have to take into account for you novice and beginning investors that you do not have to invest a whole entire $94. When it comes to Robinhood, M1 Finance, WeBull, and other robo investment platforms, you can only, your lowest amount that you can invest is $5. So if you have $5, you can invest in these particular stocks. So look into investing in Chevron, because look at the dividends. You're getting $1.29 back. So a lot of you who have $1,000, $5,000, look at the dividends on this stock. This is what's so tantalizing. And I believe that a portion of Warren Buffett Mensa investment brain is operating on yield and dividend and future projections. Okay, yield, dividend, and future projections. Even though that the analyst rating right here on MarketWatch is stating that it's overbought, I do not believe that, because again, we are in a down market. We're somewhat in a pandemic recession when it comes to everything across the board. Okay. So again, here's some headline news. Once again, reinstating that Warren Buffett's mystery investment of Verizon and Chevron. I don't think it's a mystery investment. I think that he just didn't publicly tell everybody why he was investing. And again, these dividends just was paid out yesterday. So if you're not investing in Chevron, you missed out. But again, I'm loving these dividends at $1 point, because every share you have, you're getting $1. You get what I'm trying to say? So most, for you guys who are beginning investors, again, and some intermediate investors, most stocks that give dividends do not give $1. They give 10 cents, 5 cents, 15 cents, maybe even 50 cents. But $1 is pretty good with a share price under $100. Okay. So we're moving over to Yahoo Finance. We're looking at the projections here. I know that it's quite small, ladies and gentlemen. I do, again, apologize. I'm only working with one screen. We having a winter storm warning here in Texas. It's around 19 degrees yesterday. It was at 0 degrees, and we're working with rolling blackouts. So I'm trying to get this stock review done for you guys so you guys can still be well-educated investors. As you can tell here, that Chevron had some pitfalls. They had some downs and some lows, but nonetheless, I'm still thinking that Chevron is a buy. And some of this, of course, is based upon Warren Buffett position that he invested $4.1 billion inside of this stock. But nonetheless, we're looking at the performance outlook. You have short-term, mid-term, and long-term. So short-term is going up, mid-term is moving sideways, and long-term moving up. Nothing is going down. I like those numbers. I like those projections. All right. As we're looking over here to the far right, we're looking at revenue and earnings. Okay. Revenue and earnings. So far, so good. Okay. Moving right along. Now, when it comes to Zacks ratings, give me 1 second. Zach is giving Chevron a hold. Hold this stock if you have it, but I'm going to give it a weak buy. They said the value is C, the growth is F, and momentum is A. I do agree with the growth being F because it has not been growing because of the pandemic. Even though people we're moving to electric vehicles and they deal with oil. No, Chevron mostly deals with natural gas, and the C is for value. But we're going to get into that because I want you guys to look at something very quickly. First, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you guys that right here. Does Chevron, let me blow it up. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure everybody sees it. Does Chevron have natural gas? It says through our subsidiaries and affiliates, Chevron produce crude oil, natural gas, and many other essential products. Chevron's 4 U.S. refineries have the combined capacity to process 932,000 barrels of oil per day. So we're thinking oil. Okay. What is the main gas in natural gas? The largest component of natural gas is methane, a compound with 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms, CH4. Natural gas also contains smallest amounts of natural gas, also known as natural gas liquid, okay? and non-hydrocarbon gases such as carbon dioxide and water vapors. Let's move on. What are the 5 natural gas producing states? Of course, my state right here that I'm living in is Texas, Louisiana, Wyoming, Oklahoma, and Colorado. Out of those 5, I only see the 2 that I will live in. That's Texas and Colorado. Just some personal information for you. All right, but here's the thing that you mostly want to know about your investment. When I'm talking about natural gas, I'm talking about electricity and how we're moving to the electricity age where everything essentially is being ran by electricity versus oil. It says, what is Chevron known for? Through the Gulf merger, Chevron became the #1 U.S. refiner and market, as well as the nation's market leader in gas liquids, okay, in gas liquids. And we understand that natural gas at a cool state of a negative 200-something degrees turns into a liquid state. That is what they're referring to. So natural gas comes in a natural gas form. It's actually gas. But if you cool that gas to a negative 200-something degrees Fahrenheit, it would turn into a liquid. It also says here by 1988, when the company acquired $2.4 billion in properties from Tenneco, Chevron became the leading oil and gas producer in the U.S. and Gulf of Mexico. Okay. Then it says here, is natural gas a liquid or gas? What is liquefied natural gas is a natural gas that's been cooled to a liquefied state to a negative 260 Fahrenheit for shipping and storage. The volume of natural gas is the liquid state is about 600 times smaller than its volume in its gaseous state in a natural gas pipeline. Okay. Let me see if I have any other things that I want to cover here. Then I'm going to go over to this state right here. Now, this is a federal government website. This is the U.S. Energy Information Administration. And the reason why I wanted to show you how Chevron is heavily in natural gas is to let you know that how electricity is being pumped. That is how electricity is being created. That is how electricity is being generated, okay? Electricity in the United States is generated with diverse energy sources and technologies. So very quickly, let me blow this up for you as well. Give me 1 second. Okay, I can't move my screen over, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm looking at here. It's a chart, and this is from 2019, so only a year and some change ago. Sources of U.S. electricity generation 2019. It says here that renewables only 17%. So we're still using natural fossil fuels in order to generate electricity. It says nuclear power 20%. Coal, we're moving away from coal because coal is very dirty for the environment. 23, natural gas is toxic, but it's not as toxic as coal. And essentially, we have some sort of nuclear fallout from nuclear rods being disposed improperly in the environment. So we need to understand that natural gas is being heavily produced, it's been heavily used to generate electricity. So as we're moving to all these electric vehicle car companies, we'll look at Plug Power and them using natural gas and hydrogen gas. This is very important that you understand the wave of the future and your future investments in order to make very, very conscious and smart investments. So that's why I believe that Warren Buffett has bought $4.1 billion inside of Chevron because of their large position, okay, their large position in natural gas. It says that the famed investor conglomerate owned 48.5 million shares in the energy titan worth $4.1 billion at the end of December. Okay, this is talking about, once again, Chevron, as I'm highlighting here. Okay, Chevron. That is what the stock review is about. That is what we're talking about right now. I believe that this is a good investment. Whether you invest $5, $10, $15, or $100 inside the stock, I believe that you will make your money back. Okay, I cannot guarantee that like I can any other stock. No investor, no person giving you advice can ever guarantee your investments. No one. So every time you look at one of my stock reviews, understand that this is my perspective. This is my analysis, and I can't guarantee that you will lose, and I can't guarantee that you will gain. But for those who've been subscribers of my channel for quite some time, you have made more money than you've ever lost by taking some of my advice. That is me giving myself a virtual pat on the back because of my analysis and my due diligence and my research. Good morning, Learning Every Day, and good morning, Prime X. And I promise my subscribers that I will be releasing a video to give you some more stock tips and information. Unfortunately, that has been delayed because of the weather here in Texas. So I do want to make sure you guys remember that. But as soon as we get back on, so by this weekend, Again, I should be releasing that. We've been in this winter storm warning since Sunday, which the day I was on actually release it. So we've been having issues since then. Here it is Wednesday. We're still having rolling blackouts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But nonetheless, if you guys don't have any comments or notes, I think I'm going to go ahead and move on before the power shuts off and the internet shuts off, and then people be mad at this particular review. But again, I believe Chevron is a buy, not only based upon Warren Buffett position of $4.1 billion, but the wave of the industry of how we are generating electricity, and that's mainly by natural gas in the United States of America. Okay, so we're moving from nuclear power, we're moving from coal power, we're moving from crude oil into natural gas to generate a lot of our electricity. So again, you should look towards the wave of the future versus staying in the present and in the past. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'm out.